You are about to be subjected to a video essentially about my dog, so lucky you. First things first, how would I describe creativity? Well, I'm glad you asked. Creativity is making connections between seemingly unrelated concepts. It's experiencing the world in original ways. Something that's creative is new and valuable. It's not something that always comes naturally, but it's possible to work for it. Original thought is rooted in reality. Invention requires a tremendous amount of knowledge, and you have to know the rules before you can start to break them. It's easy for me to relate all of this to dog training, because to be successful you have to understand how dogs exist in the wild, their natural instincts, their pack mentality and hierarchy, the history of the specific breed you're working with, what they were created to do and how their genetics influence their behavior, the history of training, all of the previously used methods and techniques. And once you have all of these things, then you can start to come up with fresh methods specific to your field. As far as evaluating creativity, I can relate it to animal training in that the most successful person is going to be somebody who can get the best out of each individual. It takes a lot of knowledge, empathy, and problem-solving skills to understand and teach every type of personality. It has very little to do with technical skill. I'll use my dog Nala as an example of how understanding an animal's background relates to interacting with them. She's a Belgian Malinois, which was a breed created to herd livestock. They were bred to be very reactive and observant so that they could keep the livestock organized and safe. They were not bred to have a lot of independence because they worked under the direct command of the farmer. Today they're very popular in the military and in police work. So a really good example of all of this is my struggle with teaching Nala how to do this trick. I'd been working on it since she was a puppy, and I just could not get through to her. All of the typical methods were not working. And it was actually while this video was taken that I came up with this idea to try to make her count. So I would hold her up, count to 3, and then release her. And it worked like magic. The idea came on a whim, but it was rooted in what I know about Nala, which is that she loves repetition and recognizing patterns, and that goes back to her basic herding instinct. The ball that she's playing with that is actually another example, because I could never find a toy that she really liked. I really needed a lot of excitement for training. And I bought this ball on Amazon. I didn't realize how big it was or how hard the plastic was. It came and it was gigantic, and I tried to kick it and I almost broke my foot, but turns out it's the greatest thing ever because it really brings out her herding instinct. 10 strategies that I use when I'm trying to think creatively. Number 1, find an environment that lacks stress and encourages free thinking. For me, it's hiking with Nala. Number 2, think about your prompt and then go to bed. Your mind subconsciously keeps processing your ideas as you sleep. Number 3, limitations can actually be really freeing. In having to invent a solution in spite of limitations, you can often come up with something that you wouldn't have thought of otherwise. Number 4, the fear of deadlines can provide immense focus and spark rapid-fire thinking. Number 5, create an inspirational playlist. Whether it's movies, music, art, phrases, collect things that inspire you. For me, right now, it's Wes Anderson films, Tarantino films, and artwork by Andre Potter and Joe Taylor. Number 6, don't be afraid to look at other people's work. It's not cheating unless you try to claim it as your own. Number 7, go with your first idea, but not really. Pick an idea, work through it, and then apply that experience to the second go-around. Number 8, try to think of the most outrageous solutions. Number 9, doodle. This is horrible, but I get some of my best ideas during chapel when I'm doodling. Number 10, don't be afraid to scrap ideas that just are not working. You'll know when something doesn't feel right, and don't stick with something if it's not yielding results.